Wanted to do another FTR. They have been nefariously remotely controlling, nefariously remotely oppressing, nefariously with premeditation causing physical distress, mental distress. A vehicle was video documented following me in front. So it was following me and then went around in front with the windshield message reading, Team Go Crazy Heather. So it has been communicated to me on a number of occasions that there is an external effort to cause me to, quote unquote, go crazy. I've reported this to a number of different authorities with absolutely no assistance at all whatsoever in making it stop or preventing it. My son is still in the custody of the Department of Child and Family Services, and I am still being withheld my opportunity and ability to earn enough money to hire a lawyer to actually get in on this case. I do have a lawyer, Ellen Sidney Wise, who has been unresponsive for 7 weeks, refusing my phone calls. I'm not really quite sure why. Doesn't make very much sense at all whatsoever to me. But for 7 weeks, I have been calling, leaving voicemails and text messages for this lawyer to return my calls. I filed an emergency motion to vacate with regards to this case in April of last year, when my son was only 3 months old, and it still has not been heard. I'm sorry, 2 years ago. So that'll be 2 years ago from this April, I filed an emergency motion to vacate that still has not been heard. My doctor, Haresh Saulani, of over 13 years, has taken the stand and told these people that there is no qualifying condition that would prevent me from being a mother, and that ADHD and PTSD do not prevent a person or exclude a person from being a mother. After that, they enlisted the help of two friends of the court to complete external third-party psychological evaluations, in which both of them cited that I was unfit to be a mother because I have a paranoid personality disorder, which I do not have. I have been sexually assaulted, and that sexual assault has been dismissed by the allegation of paranoid personality. That person has never been arrested, has never been charged, has never been convicted for sexual assault. And there are a number of other ways that I have been victimized that have been refused with regards to acknowledgement or resolution. And I really don't really know what to do more than document and continue to seek external assistance. I see my child court ordered 3 times a week. Weston, the 3 big kids that I have primary joint custody of but haven't been able to reside with since 2020 at the time of Dylan Smith's release from the IDOC, inmate number Y12173. And this is pertinent information because I do 1000% blame him and everything that he stands for and is involved with for what I'm currently experiencing. I was told verbatim that I posted publicly a copy of his proffer that he signed with the state of Illinois on Twitter to prove that I was not the one tricking on people, that I was not the one setting people up for fraud, but that he has a written agreement with the state of Illinois that says he will and is. To this day, I've received no restitution, no assistance in rebuilding. It has been a fucking mess. I have been working 12-hour days for $120. Somebody make that make sense for me. Have you ever worked 12 hours for $120? It's ridiculous. I switched back over to Uber a few days ago. I really don't know, what to do. This is the probably 300th Ford Escape that has followed me in the last, month. So I have literal Ford Escapes following me. You can ask Xavier. All different colors, all different years, all different same make and model, but all different years, all different colors. And they will follow me and get in front of me with the word Ford Escape. In addition to that, there's about a million things. And I'm citing this not for the people who are too dumb to understand what's going on or too ignorant of technology to understand what's going on, but so that in the future, when there are people who are technologically advanced enough to say, oh shit, she wasn't crazy at all, this has been happening the entire time, maybe they can advocate for me in writing or on video so that my children don't have to think that their mother is a fucking sick, fucked up individual, but rather know the truth that my country is failing me. So here I am, a citizen of this fucking country, citizen, natural born, paying taxes since I got a work permit at age 14. You need a work permit to work in this country under age 16. And I got one because I've been fucking employed since I was a little girl. The movie theaters, the pizza places, the restaurants, the mall, you name it. That's neither here nor there. Let's move back to the case. So my 2-year-old son is being held by these people who claim to be worried about his best interest, but most certainly are not. They continue to look the other way and allow him to be in settings that are inappropriate for an infant child. They continue to look the other way and not permit my family, my mother, my sister, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, my father, to have any sort of active involvement with my child. He has 3 siblings that have never met him before. 3. Only one time at his birth, they came to the hospital, and they have not been permitted to spend any time with him since then. None of my children are a science experiment, so I'd like to be citing for the record that, number 1, I'm aware that there's a malicious external control, 1000% aware. Number 2, they have strategically been using me to bring people's deliveries to their doors, and then they'll do things that they think are funny that they refer to as edging. Edging, it's in its traditional sense, is when you are engaging in sexual intimacy with someone and you bring them near to climax and then stop. The way they're using edging is they're causing me to have to urinate. They are remotely, with robotics, making me have to use the restroom at inopportune times when it is almost impossible. They have remotely forced me to urinate on myself in my car, remotely. And then they call that edging by Ford. I have documented various occurrences of this and similar occurrences, but not exactly the same, on and off for 6 years. I have a background formally in medical care. I worked at Northwestern Hospital as the administrator of endocrinology and rheumatology for 6 years under some of the most prestigious physicians that money can buy. I'm not going to continue naming their names. It's all here. You can verify it if you want. I worked with 6 doctors face-to-face on a day-to-day basis, as well as approximately 40 doctors every day. So 20 to 30 internists that would call on me for general medicine assistance with regards to scheduling surgical consults or consultations with endo, rheum, gastroenterology, neurology, et cetera, and so forth. I would actively take care of all the newly diagnosed diabetics, teach them how to use a glucometer, teach them how to use Lancets and insulin, Humalog, Lantus, fast-acting and short-acting insulins, take insulin logs of their blood glucose levels for days, weeks at a time, assess them, give the doctor a copy and say, hey, I've looked at the log. I think that what you're going to say is they should increase their Humalog by 3 units and their Lantus by... And the doctor would sign off and say, how the fuck does Heather know how to do this on her own? Wow. And they would really be grateful for my ability to assist them and to anticipate their need before they had to ask. How the fuck do you think it's possible that I could go to work for 6 years with some of the most prestigious doctors that exist at one of the most prestigious health institutions, Northwestern, and yet none of them would be able to detect any sort of craziness that you people allege, that allegation allows you the legal standing to keep me from my son? Where is the advocacy? Where the fuck are the feds? Where is the FBI in all of this? Do we have any fucking formal authority left? Because it doesn't seem like we do. It seems like we have a law acting below the DCFS who has no jurisdiction over them, a law acting God knows where, and then these children being victimized by this agency that no other country even recognizes. Who the fuck steals children from mothers who love them? It's disgusting. I am sickened by all of you. Every one of you. Look at the fucking comments if you need to know why I'm sickened by you. I am, in general, a very kind, loving person. It takes you literally raping me raping me. That means inserting your dick into my body without my fucking permission when I'm too exhausted to fight you off. Stealing my fucking money from my Wintrust and my PNC bank accounts to -700 and -900, separating me from my children, making a million fictitious fucking narratives that are complete lies about who I am as a person, physical and emotional separation from my entire family for 7 years, etc., a bludgeoning, multiple other things, breaking into my fucking apartment, shitting into my goddamn toilet, and numerous other fucking issues to cause me, hold on a second, to cause me to feel this way. So there is no crazy, nor has there ever been. You people deserve indictments. Period. There is no functioning human being on the face of this planet that would be accepting of the malicious mistreatment and slander that your agencies have exposed me to and continue to expose me to. My apartment has been broken into more than 10 times since I moved in here. I am being served with an eviction notice that claims I have allowed people to trespass into my unit. My rent has been paid in full every month without exception. And then they came into my fucking life and served me with an eviction notice the one day out of a year that I've lived here that I decided to allow myself to sleep in until 10 a.m. So I allowed myself to sleep in until 10 a.m. one day, and strategically, or is it a coincidence, that's the day that a fake sheriff, not even dressed in sheriff clothing, shows up at my house and serves me with an eviction notice, saying that I'm allowing strangers in my apartment despite the fact that I have four documented instances of communicating with law enforcement regarding the break-ins and 2 police reports and police report numbers for the break-ins, deceptive practice, and burglary. 0 restitution, 0 resolution. Following a fucking theme here, isn't it? When I presented law enforcement with the sheet with the semen on it, saying someone raped me, they liquid G'd me, they rendered me unconscious and had sex with my unconscious body, and there's a bunch of fucking semen all over the sheets, please help. They laughed in my face, took the sheet, said that they would run DNA, and told me that I was crazy and that I should have a psych eval. Never fucking ran the DNA, destroyed the evidence. That's Harwood Heights law enforcement. Was beat up, dragged down the fucking street 10 feet by my arm by a member of Schiller Park Police while laying in a defenseless position on a yoga mat with witnesses and body cam footage. 0 restitution, 0 resolution. I don't have the fucking patience for this shit anymore. I am very generous, very kind, very loving. I don't have anything left for you people. Nothing. Nothing at all. I'm not your science experiment, and my children are not either. And if it takes me creating video after video after video to prove that what I've been saying the whole fucking time is true, then so fucking be it. That's what I'll continue to do. But for those of you who are confused about what's going on, let me make it make sense. Dylan Smith, inmate number Y12173 with the Illinois Department of Corrections. I published his proffer between he and the state of Illinois, the agreement he had with the state. He told everyone I was an informant. I am not, never have been. He is. When they involve him in other crimes and put him under pressure, he spends $2,000 on a fucking canister of nitrous oxide, and he and the rest of the Mickey Mouse Club sit around sucking fucking balloons all goddamn day so that they don't have to fucking be under pressure, while I fucking get accused of getting all this shit my fault, doing every fucking thing myself. I'm sitting here separated physically from my 4 babies so that you people can fucking protect a loser. A fucking loser. You're sick. You're breaking into my house. You're fucking with my visits. You're not permitting my lawyer to call me. 7 weeks of calls to my lawyer, and she has not responded to a single one other than to say, can't talk right now, what's up? How about what's up is that I'm not being permitted to see my child the 3 fucking court-ordered visits that the judge has fucking created for me. What's up? Where the fuck are my sponsors who have been helping me raise money this whole time? What's up? Where's the rest of my team that has fucking dedicated themselves to not permitting this shit to go on? To standing up for what's right, for one love, for freedom fighting? What's up? What's up? You're my lawyer. Call me back. They're refusing to release transcripts that give testimony from my physician of 13 years because it makes the judge and the state appear as though they are corrupt. If the judge and the state are refusing to acknowledge the testimony of a doctor who says there's nothing wrong with my mental health that would prevent me from parenting my children, how do I fucking protect myself? What better testimony can I provide to the court system than the testimony of my physician of 13 years? No better testimony exists. Yet they're allowing strangers who claim to be doctors to complete psychological evaluations on me that consist of a 2 to 4 hour interview where they ask me about the adversity I've already gone through since I was a child. And then they write a 4 to 5 paragraph assessment about why they believe that in that 4-hour interview, they are taking the side or the argument that I'm incapable of parenting my child due to some sort of deep-seated psychological illness that doesn't exist. I have PTSD and ADHD. I have since I was 17 years old. Nothing new here. I have had the same doctor for 13 years. That physician has given testimony. I am so exhausted of proving and documenting all the ways that me and the people around me have been bent over and fucked from behind and receiving only adversity rather than advocacy. If you have something negative to say in my comments, I challenge you to come over here and bend over so we can fuck you in your ass with no lube the way they've been fucking doing to me for the last 6 years, and we'll see if you still feel compelled to say this bullshit. Because I don't think you will. Are you okay with your mom being the woman that they lock in the tent and fuck from behind for the next 7 months? Are you okay with your sister, your daughter, being raped, being robbed, having all her accounts underdrafted and being left in the fucking street to die? Are you okay with that? I'm not. I'm not okay with it for your mom, and I'm not okay with it for me. They have intentionally and maliciously, nefariously, and premeditated in a coordinated effort, which some would refer to as collusion, separated me from my children, my family, my baby, my friend group, and everyone who knows me. They have effectively isolated me in subpar conditions for 6 years. Prior to 2019, I never missed a holiday, a birthday. If I was capable of standing up, I was there with my entire family. Since Dylan Smith's release from the IDOC, I have not had a single family dinner I have not been permitted to spend a holiday with my family. I have not been permitted to do much of anything other than suffer. I have not taken a vacation since I was 12 years old. My mom took me to Disneyland. Not a single vacation. If I left the state of Illinois, it was because I was either going to work to be fucked by a stranger so that my ex-husband, Dylan, could benefit, or because I was being assaulted, bludgeoned, raped in Illinois and had to flee the fucking state. You have a problem with me? Well, I don't have a problem with you. I have a problem with being systemic food. I have a problem with being overlooked. I have a problem with knowing that certain technology exists and is being used against me, documenting that it is, and everyone fucking says, you're crazy, Heather. That's not true. And gaslights me. And then comes back and says, well, we're really concerned about your mental health. So you're going to tell me, I just posted a repost of the top 36 tools that hackers use, but you're going to tell me there's no such thing as a Wi-Fi jammer and that my justice hasn't been obstructed every fucking time I try to call 911 and they forward my call to some random ghetto dude? You're going to keep sitting here telling me that there's no way to clone someone's phone? You're going to keep sitting here telling me that they're not stealing my phone numbers, my email addresses, disabling my access. You're going to keep telling me that like I'm a fucking cara de pendeja siempre. Dumb bitch that doesn't know truth, that doesn't know fact, that doesn't know reality. If you know anything about technology, you know damn well that what I'm saying is real. You know without a doubt that they have been doing this to me for the last 6 years at least. At least. It's sick, dude. It's fucking disgusting. And then they curate and engineer me only able to provide FTR updates with like the most ghetto, shitty, drug, like disgusting people around. And they incorporate the 5 of 5 principle so that they make me appear to be distrustful, dumb, strung out, etc. and so forth. I've never done a hard drug in my entire life, ever. I smoke a little bit of pot here and there. That's it. I don't even drink alcohol, really. 3 times of drinking alcohol in the last, I would say 3 years, maybe more. But ask them, I'm a fucking alcoholic, raging alcoholic. It has been way too long. Way too many things have taken place. I have the state of Illinois telling me that I will be charged with obstruction of justice if I release the names of the judge or the state's attorneys who are doing this. So I'm only able to speak in code on here, only if it's for the purpose of raising money. That's verbatim what the state said. I am not allowed to give any of the details of the identity of the people who are playing ball in this case. And those are the words of the attorney at Litem. We're all players. I'm not a fucking player. I'm just a mom trying to get her kids and get the fuck away from this, whatever this is. It's disgusting. For real. We've got everyone and their mother who's interested in the case using their effort to attempt to make me appear to be crazy or slow or dumb or fucked up or whatever it is. And I'll pose the same question I posed 3 years ago. If you invested half of the energy and money in helping me as you have destroying me and making up lies about me, I would not be here right now. So that leads me to my next train of thought. Who stands to benefit from trapping me in these circumstances? Who? Let me know. Who wins if Heather suffers? Because if no one wins if Heather suffers, why wouldn't Weston be home with me? What are they using my son for? What purpose are they using my son for without my permission? What are they doing with my other 3 kids on a day-to-day basis? My kids live with me their entire life. One day they wake up, mom's fucking gone. My daughter's 14, 13, and 7 at the time, my 3 children. Now I have 4. They were 14, 13, and 7, my kids. Lived with me their entire lives. Then one day someone tries breaking into my apartment. I recorded on Facebook Live. You could see them opening the fucking door on the video. Law enforcement shows up, says I'm the problem, makes my kids go stay with their father, and I've been fighting to get them back ever since. I'm being refused court dates. I'm being refused advocacy. I'm being fucking hidden and raped. And what the fuck? What part of the internet did these videos go to? Because I've been making them for 6 years, begging publicly for help. Right? What fucking part of the internet do they collect evidence where people are being physically and sexually assaulted, but no one will fucking step in and do anything about it? What part of the internet collects those types of videos? Because if you go back to my face sheet on YouTube and you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see that in 2019, I wrote down all the ways that they were using me. Human sex trafficking me, human trafficking me, forcing me to work for unfair wages, committing fraud against me, committing identity theft against me, stealing my bank account informations, bludgeoning, rape, sexual assault, financial manipulation. I wrote it all down. I recorded it in 2019 and I posted it to this YouTube channel right here. What has fucking been done to help me since that fucking day? If you were going through all of that and you were intelligent enough to catch it on camera, document it, and share it with the world, would you want someone to come in and say, stop fucking this lady? Yes, you would. Let's talk about technology. You have pen tip sized earpieces, two-way communication devices being used whether the person is willing or unwilling. Crazy making behavior. You have people going into the apartment in the unit next to mine at Montclair telling me that unless I'm willing to have sex with him and 5 of his friends, they're never going to give me back my kids. Who the fuck allows shit like that? And that's on God. That's on my life, on Satan, on Lucifer, on God, on my life, on my kids, on my existence. I don't have any reason to lie. Assaulting me, telling me if I don't agree to sexually engaging with random strangers, I will never see my kids again. I'm not even that fucking hot. What the fuck? I wonder what all my girls with plastic surgery and who look like Barbie dolls are going through. Are they getting raped like this? Because what the fuck? You know how many times I have been subjected to someone with less education, less experience, less knowledge, less awareness, less ability being authoritative over my life? You know how many? Couldn't even tell you if I wanted to. Way too many. Way too many. And now you have people shitting in my toilet, my literal toilet of my house where I live, dropping a deuce, and I call the landlord and say they broke in again, they shat in my toilet, please help, please install cameras in the fucking hallway. And this lady says, you're crazy. You guys are sad and fucking sorry, dude, for real. You're losers. You basically went back into my videos, saw all the ways that I've been harmed before, and rather than taking an effort to help me with that, you decided to just make it worse for me and to reenact it. I wish you nothing but indictments, all of you. I wish you spend the rest of your fucking life rotting away in a prison cell for every fucking second that you have stolen from me and my kids of life, of living, of happiness. Should I be sitting here crying about all the times I've been raped? Or Should I be fucking smiling somewhere being taken care of like a fucking princess? I'm tired of making these fucking FTRs. I'm tired of all your fucking... I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of being subjected to your unlawful, unethical, ignorant fucking actions. I'm tired of being intentionally with premeditation and malice being made to go crazy because it fits your narrative of who I am, but not the truth. Causing someone with premeditation to go crazy is the intentional infliction of pain and mental exasperation, which is assault in this country. Felony assault, depending on the severity of symptoms. Where the fuck is the state of Illinois picking up those cases? Why aren't they using their time and resources to prosecute those people rather than to keep me away from my kid? Sponsors, I need help. Please. I need help. I am being big time oppressed. Prevented from using a computer, owning a computer, robbed. All I own are leggings from Amazon. All of the rest of my clothes they've destroyed. Destroyed. Stolen and destroyed. Zero restitution for that. Zero restitution for the rapes. Zero restitution for the Cadillac. My car that was stolen and sold at auto auction. Valdosta law enforcement, quote, refuses to file a police report for grand theft auto because that's a civil case. I'm not lying. I am telling the God's honest truth. I parked my vehicle in a spot with verbal and written consent for it to be there, and someone sold my fucking car, created a fake title, and left me with no vehicle. I had paid the car off, a Cadillac CTS, my car. Now I'm being stalked by doppelganger fucking disgusting creeps, by people who are exploiting my suffering for their own profit, happiness, leverage in the game. I want to be very clear when I say I don't want to be around any of you. I don't like you. I don't have the same values as you. I don't believe in bludgeoning people. I don't believe in raping people. I don't believe in trafficking children. I don't believe in any of the shit that you fucking disgusting inbreds believe in. And I don't want anything to do with you. To the rest of my followership, thank you for being here. I am just this side of fucking jumping off of a goddamn building at this point. Do you hear me? Maybe I can fucking fly. That's where I'm at. Because none of this shit makes sense. So it's just as likely that I can fucking jump off a building and start flying as it is that law enforcement would not fucking help me after being raped, right? So if that's the world we're living in, where big, huge men can go grab a woman and say, I don't give a fuck if you want to have sex or not. I'm having sex with you. And then throw the bitch back in the street. If they could fucking do shit like that, then guess what? I could fucking fly. Should I test it out? I think you people that have been following me this entire time and haven't let go are the fucking greatest ever. I swear to God, I do. I will fucking give you the shirt off my back, the pants off my body. That's the truth. For the rest of yous, the ones of yous that look and watch and do nothing, say nothing, you're gross. There's never been a woman I've seen getting assaulted or abused or withheld her rights that I have not fucking tried to help, ever. I don't know, nor do I understand the karma with regards to this situation, because if we're talking karma here, I have a fucking bank full. The number of people I've opened my home to, my heart to, my wallet to, that list is endless. Endless. There's no way I would ever be able to even begin to make a list of the people that I've helped. But the list of people I've harmed, I can count on 5 fingers and have fingers left over. And I know their names off the top of my head, and it bothers me still to this day. And I'm talking about shit that I did when I was 17, having an argument with a girlfriend, right? That's what I'm talking about. Those are the bad things I've done. I've never human trafficked an individual. I've never bludgeoned an individual. I've never fucking sold a person's child. I've never enlisted a person's children in predatory fucking occurrences of God knows exploitations, God knows what kind. I've never done anything like that, ever. I've never broken into a person's home and stolen from them, ever. Not once. As a matter of fact, there was an inmate in prison with Dylan whose father didn't speak English and he had no commissary money and no way to eat. And they asked me with no car, no income, to get some money, get in an Uber, go to the prison, pick up that person's keys, Uber back to their house, get a bunch of inventory of items that they had, post them for sale on Facebook Marketplace, and send them the fucking money for commissary money because his father couldn't help him. And this is me as a person struggling herself with 3 children. And do you know that I did it? And I always fucking do shit like that? From people who know me, I am known for being the babysitter, the good person, the person that doesn't ask for shit but always offers shit. Even in a group of degenerates, they will tell you we like to have Heather around because she doesn't fucking come here to take from us. I don't, and I never have. Everything I have, I want to earn. And I have fucking by far exceeded earning a home and peace. By far. So I don't want to fucking take anything from anyone. I want to be given what I'm owed. I want to be restored. Where was I when all of this began? I was working full-time as a medical office manager, part-time as a bottle service woman, full-time as a mother, with a visitation plan of the kids lived with me Monday to Friday and with you Friday to Sunday. I had money in the bank. I had a 401 fucking K. I want to be restored. I want everything that they've taken from me back. And I would like to see everyone who has worked in any effort to keep me from that justice to be prosecuted. Also, it's 2:44. I have therapy every Monday. My therapist didn't call me today. I have no idea where she is. I texted her. She didn't respond. Trust and fucking believe that the DCFS office will say, I've been non-compliant with therapy if they find out. They said I've been non-compliant by therapy and I've never missed a therapy session, ever. I'm there for every single one. I have never missed a session. So I'm being gaslit by this agency. I've already completed 4 psychological evaluations, 2 of the 4. So anyone who wasn't a friend of the court said I was a fit mother and that I was mentally perfect to be a mom to my children. The 2 friends of the court who stand to benefit from keeping my child so they could fucking do weird testing on him or God knows what the fuck they do when I'm not around. They're the ones that say I have some paranoid personality. Isn't it funny that they say I have a paranoid personality in an effort to allow people to get away with sexually assaulting me? Isn't that funny? Oh, and then they said I'm not allowed to carry a gun. I'm not allowed to carry a gun. 0 criminal record. Don't have any criminal record. I'm not talking about no felonies. I'm talking about no record. None. But when I went to take out my gun application license, they started putting me inpatient in the hospital under the psychological diagnosis, psychological disorder. Let's also look into the fact that Endeavor, huge lawsuits I have for Endeavor. Huge lawsuits. Endeavor as a team needs to be sued. Elmhurst Hospital Endeavor, Swedish Covenant Endeavor, they both hospitalized me under the diagnosis code psychological disorder. I was at Elmhurst Hospital because I had been bludgeoned by a man with a tire iron and I was taken there by ambulance. And I was at Endeavor Swedish Covenant because I went into preterm labor with twins and the babies died. Neither of which are a psychological disorder, but they submitted medical records to the court system that say I was in the hospital for psychological, and the judge used that as an additional reason to keep me from my infant son. So I wasn't hospitalized at all for psychological disorder. I was hospitalized because I was bludgeoned by a fucking stranger who thinks I'm a trick with a camera in my eye, who literally called me Cyclops as he beat me with a fucking tire iron in public. How do you diagnosis code that? How do you diagnosis code victim of tremendous and seemingly endless amounts of corruption, assault, sexual assault, financial assault, physical assault, home invasion, burglary. How do you diagnosis code that? Anyone? You guys got a CPT or a fucking ICD-9 for that? To the people who keep showing up in the comments laughing, can we order these people a psychological evaluation? Because I've received a lot more for doing a lot less. How come I'm the only one who gets held to any sort of fucking standard in this world? I have rights. I'm a human being. I am a mother. I am a citizen of this country. And I'm not here to discuss ICE, although I don't think ICE is a good organization. I don't think that anyone who harms innocent people is a good organization. But I'm not here to discuss ICE. I'm here to discuss my fucking injustice. Are all you ICE petitioners taking a break from yelling about ICE and saying, free Heather Gillespie's son from the system, vindicate Heather Gillespie, restore her, repay her, reunify her to her family? Are you fucking petitioning for that? While you ask for my support for your cause, are you fucking supporting me for mine? Because my cause is that my little baby is being held by some fucking strangers. My cause is that I've been unlawfully and unethically separated from my kids for almost 6 years. My cause is that I keep getting slandered online and all I can fucking do is call and call and call and call for help that never fucking comes. First one in, last one out, huh? My emails, oneheathergee@gmail.com, have been taken over. That's the email I've been using since day one of this. They cut off this email because they said they were killing my case. I've called 4 lawyers today. This month, I've probably called 10 lawyers. This year, I've probably called, I don't know, 50, maybe more. I want to be very clear and go on the record as saying that this is not for entertainment purposes. I'm not doing this to be famous. I don't want to fucking be famous as the girl who keeps getting fucked over. Who the fuck does? For this situation, I'm exhausted at a spiritual level. I feel like if Lucifer, sometimes angels, sometimes devils, depending on where they leave me, wasn't on my side, that I would have already been dead. I feel so exhausted that I feel like literal beings just grab me by my shirt and pick me up because my body can't fucking go anymore, dude. I'm fucking tired. Who the fuck gets bludgeoned once, let alone twice? Who? I've never consented or agreed to be a part of this. I'm not a mercenary. I'm not a fucking suicide bomber. I don't want to be a part of any of this. I want peace. I want to fucking grab my kids and disappear. And I've been begging for that for 6 years. My name is Heather Gillespie, and this is my 6th year of going through various issues and occurrences of the following, but not limited to unlawful displacement, unlawful detainment, unlawful sexual assault, rape, attempted murder, financial manipulation, extortion, bullying, fraud, identity theft, and more. I'm not looking for followers for entertainment. I'm looking for followers because I need help. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how we got here. I don't do bad things. And until I was extorted by a Detective David Shepard in 2016, I had absolutely no involvement or knowledge of any fucking crimes at all in the whole world. None. So innocent. You guys have no idea. None. So one more desperate, like I used to listen to Sabrina Carpenter, and I used to always say, like, I feel so desperate, like, for assistance. I'm so scared. I feel hopeless. I'm afraid that my son is being harmed. He can't speak yet. He can't tell me what's going on. He's only a baby. You know, I feel so desperate and helpless. My kid calls me, they need $100. I couldn't fucking send it. Like, what the fuck? I'm lucky to have $100 in my bank account on any given day, and I work 7 days a week. And as soon as I started documenting that I felt desperate, they released that Sabrina Carpenter song. I'm not the type, or I can't relate to desperation. Yeah, they've been releasing a lot of music that coincidentally goes hand in hand in causing antagonism to my situation. Very, very strategic. And let me be clear, I have no ego in any of this. If this is happening to someone else, I'm so sorry for you. I don't think I'm special or better than. I think that what I'm asking for is basically what everyone deserves. Peace, safety, family, love, right? I'm not here saying I'm better than or more important than or any of that. I'm saying this is not okay. What they have done to me, to my family, to my income, to my housing, to my everything, it's not okay. It never has been. And I need advocacy, and I need support, and I need fundraising, and I need to get Weston out of here. And I am being used just as he is, and my family as well. And every single time we put like 10 steps of this behind us, they come and grab us by our fucking ankles and drag us back. It's sick. It's fucking sick. And none of this is for entertainment, and none of this is for fun. And I need to get my son out of this system.